It says that I am now live through the power of the internets. Not too sure how long the stream's gonna be. Gonna take it literally minute by minute, as the title says. I still can't decide. So I'm just kind of testing some random shite out as to what I want to do. And that is pretty much it. I've been having an issue with figuring out what game I sort of want to, stick with in the long haul. Like I'm really struggling with that. World of Warcraft has been my go-to for 16 years. And over the last couple of days that I have not played the game, it's been both a breath of fresh air, and it's also been painful. Because I really like playing the game. Like, I really enjoy it. I don't like, not playing it. Hello, Evelyn. How's it going? Wow, still hanging on to that bow there, eh, Jimmy? We're gonna sniper them. Oh, right in the pancreas. I didn't miss. That was a warning shot. I want to know what his cranium is made of, because I could promise you if I took one of those in the head. I mean, my mama told me I'm hard-headed. I don't think my head would still be on my shoulders. Oh, did you see that snipe? That was pretty slick. Let's see if he's still hanging on to that bow. He's still hanging on. He's like, I might be dead, but I'm hanging on to that bow. You know what they say over my dead body? No, apparently even with his gone, we cannot take it. He has taken it with him in the afterlife. But at least he had the Christmas spirit. Oh, there's people in here. Am I the only one here? Yeah, you gotta get used to that, Evelyn. Get used to that real quick. Don't let the subscribers fool you into thinking this place is gonna be banging with hundreds of people in the live stream. What up? What up? What up? Hello. Lornell Gibson. Gimpson. Gibson. Sorry, my my monitor. I have two screens, obviously, so I could see what's going on in the chat. And it's like it's far, right? And the text in YouTube is like tiny. Like, I mean, the letters are that small in the chat. And there's no way for me to make them any You know what? Actually, let me try something. Let me see if I can make this bastard any bigger. How would I do that? There we go. For the love of God and all that is holy. Are you new to the channel? I feel like just calling you Gibson. But I mean, if your name's Gipson, then maybe I'll just call you Lornell. Maybe that'll just be easier. Okay. Let's see here. I'm almost done. I'm just adjusting my screen. So, we'll put it at 150%. 150. So as the title says, I don't know what I'm doing. I just wanted to ramble. I didn't really have a particularly good day today, so I wanted to hang out. I've been subscribed since you made song videos. What? I don't know what that means. I mean, I opened up my channel 15, 16 years ago. I posted like 2 song videos of me playing the guitar, and then I didn't touch my YouTube for 15 years. You mean those videos of me playing the guitar back in like 2007, 2006? But I was also asking Lornal. I get curious, right? I like to try to get to know people. Okay, so how many years would you say you've been subscribed to me? Like a long time, or have you just recently subscribed? Like I said, I just like making conversation. I like get to know the creepers that just come into my stream. Really? A long time. Like over 2 years? Because I started YouTubing about 2 years ago. Like, as in, like, actually doing it. Before that, the only people that would have been subscribed to me... YouTube... Really? YouTube? Oh, okay. Before that, I had a few subscribers. I had like 7 subscribers. But they were all from like World of Warcraft. Well, then that means you and I would know each other from World of Warcraft. That's the only people that ever subscribed to me. Because I used to talk back in the day. Like, I'm talking like 2005, 2006, like when YouTube first opened up. And I was like, oh yeah, one day I'm going to stream and I'm going to be on YouTube. And I'm 15 years late, but, you know, better late than never. And I had a few people that were like, well, you know, let me subscribe to your channel. And you ever do something about it? Great. You'll be off to a start and, you know, you'll have a couple of people. And I was like, right on, thanks. There we go. I just wanted to fill in the gap because there was fog of war there and I couldn't see my map. Kind of a bit of a weird OCD, if you will. I'm gonna try to run off there. Yeah, so my day wasn't the best just because I woke up and I have an issue since I was a kid where I used to get a lot of ear infections in my left ear. And about once or twice a year, my left ear will clog up. It'll get plugged up, and I'll go 100% deaf, like I cannot hear anything. Excuse me, out of my left ear. And that's really annoying. So I spent most of the day trying to unclog my ear. Hey, it's not nearly as disgusting as clearing out your nose or wiping your ass. You know what I'm saying? I've told people this before, and they're like, ew, you're so gross. And I'm like, do you not wipe your ass? Do you not wipe your bum when you poo? Yeah. I was like, trust me, this ain't nearly as gross. But I did that about, well, just before the stream. I'd been going with like some medication in my ear, Q-tips gently, trying to clean it. Couldn't hear, and then I took like a special syringe and I put it in my ear canal and I just went, boom! Shotgun blast that shit. Water in my ear and boom! Dislodged some debris to keep it not too graphic. And I want to say I have at least 80% of my hearing back in my left ear. So, pretty happy about that. Because most of the day it was driving me batshit crazy. And I had a headache on top of that, and I was tired. So it was just one of those days, you know, where it just wasn't all that great. You like football? I do. I know fuck all about it. I won't pretend I know anything, but I love it. I have no idea. Good Lord? Yeah, I like the Good Lord too. See what I did there? That was me trying to be funny. But yeah, I've got like Madden. You see, that's the thing. I like when people ask me what team. So, I'm a bit of a weirdo when it comes to sports. Hockey, football, all that stuff. I don't really have a favorite team. I'm not one of those people that just roots for the team that's in their hometown, right? I kind of feel like there's nothing wrong with that, but it's just not my thing. So I base what teams I like, sometimes based on maybe a couple of players, maybe the coach, maybe a combination of what their jersey looks like, the colors, maybe the city or state that they're from. So some really weird, superficial reasons. And with that said, when it comes to football, I tend to like the Miami Dolphins and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Me, I'm from Canada. So we have the CFL up here, not the NFL. But I mean, I don't follow the CFL. I mean, I don't even follow NFL. I play sports. I don't watch them. I don't listen to them. Like I know nothing about them. You know what I mean? Like I don't know anybody. So it's hard for me to talk sports with people because I don't know what I'm talking about. I used to when I was a kid, but I had a little bit more time as a kid. Now I don't have so much time, so instead of watching, I partake in it. So if I want to see football, I'll play Madden. If I want to see some soccer, I'll play some FIFA. You know, that kind of thing. You like the Giants? Yeah. I tend to like players and stuff more than teams, but like I said, I'm one of those weird sports people. I don't get excited when a team wins. They won, oh my god. It's like, oh cool, they won. And then people will be like, is that the team you were rooting for? Not really. Who are you going for? Whoever, whatever. I'm just here for the action, you know? Louisiana, cool. And you're from Kentucky. So Evelyn, I must ask, because you've been around for a long time. Do we know each other? Did you used to play World of Warcraft some 10 plus years ago? Because generally that would have been probably the only way people would have been subscribed to my channel. I was such a noob with YouTube, I didn't even tag or anything my videos. So they got like no views whatsoever. I had a friend of mine, she used to watch my videos and we used to play World of Warcraft together. I think her YouTube name was like Coffee Crazy 99 or something like that. I can't remember.
Portable electronic device detected.
Lornal says yes. Yes to what? I forget what I said now. Yeah, I'm just wondering if Evelyn has played World of Warcraft before. And you used to play Modern Warfare? Yeah. Oh. I guess it would help. Oh, he's gonna blow up. Boom. Oh, look at that. That looked like a lot of fun. He sounds angry. Anyways, if you weren't able to tell, I'm trying to run here. This is the Division 2. And I'm still trying to figure out what one of my go-to games should be. Obviously, nobody can help me make that decision. It's like when I'm tired or I just feel like relaxed and I don't feel like doing much of anything that's too strenuous brain-wise or I don't have to think too much. or be too alert, like a Call of Duty game, like, you know, where you can't take a moment to breathe. Like there, it was just getting shot at. But, I mean, I can stop and, you know what I mean. Hey, Milkshake, how's it going? Lornell's 14, so he probably wasn't watching me play World of Warcraft when he was 2. Okay. Seabad Plays, how's it going? Hey, no problem, thanks for stopping by. Still waiting for Evelyn to find out the mystery of why someone would have been subscribed to me for many years when I did nothing with my channel. So we shall keep going straight. Yeah, there we go. Again, just cruising, chatting.
Hostile broadcast picked
That's
up.
kind of the idea behind this. Like I said before, Rich from Review Tech USA used to live stream and play games. Actually, he used to just play games. Now he live streams, he doesn't even play games while he's live streaming. So I'm thinking, shit, maybe it doesn't even really matter what the hell I play. But I do want to have a couple of go-tos, like I said. In World of Warcraft, you know, I haven't ruled it out 100%. It's just, you know. So I was playing some Ghost Recon Breakpoint, you know, like an online game. I was still thinking of Call of Duty a little bit, although I don't believe that that's quite a friendly, or a streamer-friendly game. Even though there are people that make millions of dollars playing the game, they're also world champions. They don't just casually run around going, hey guys, how are you doing today? You know? So they don't do that. It's all like business, right? People watch them just to see them win. They're not there for the one-on-one interaction.
Civilians in danger.
You play GTA 5? I think we lost Evelyn. Oh, there you are. Evelyn, do you play World of Warcraft? I'm trying to figure out what may have made you know me several years ago before I even did YouTube. So how are you doing there, Milkshake? How are things with the new lady? Are you still with the new girl that you met? Yeah, so the Division 2 is pretty interesting. Another Tom Clancy game. I played Breakpoint, like I said. It's not a bad game. It's more open world. There's vehicles. Not quite as challenging, although you can change the challenge level. It's like a co-op game too. I'm just trying to figure out, like I said, what one I may want to stick with. Kind of getting a few little hiccups there.
Civilians in distress.
So I'm just unlocking the map here for the Fog of War. This is the expansion, by the way, which I just started not long ago, called Warlords of New York. I keep almost wanting to say Warlords of Draenor, because that's World of Warcraft. Oh, so you do play World of Warcraft. Were you ever in a guild called Kingship of the East on Emerald Dream? Now, Evelyn's got to be a decent age, because Evelyn's been subscribed for several years. And like I said, the only people I ever had subscribed to my channel before 2 years ago were people from World of Warcraft. We used to chat on TeamSpeak and Ventrilo. I was predominantly in a guild called Kingship of the East on Emerald Dream. It was a role-playing game, or a role-playing guild, rather. And I formed some pretty good friendships on there. When you're talking to people for almost half a decade, 10 hours a day, I will argue you can call those people a friend, right? So a couple of them were like, yeah, we'll keep in touch. And, you know, like I said, if you got a YouTube, whatever, you know, I'll just subscribe to you, and you end up working on it, great. You don't. So that's why I'm all like, hey, you know, this is probably someone I probably know. Which is the only reason I'm asking. And it wasn't all that good, but seems to be doing a little bit better. How are you doing? Now, I'm probably not going to do a mission. As you can see here, we cannot go back to Washington, D.C. until I actually complete the New York campaign. Excuse me. And I'm about 44%, almost halfway through. I've already done a couple of missions. There's the main mission there, They've both been completed. And then I have to do like another 2. And after that, that is probably going to be it. And I'll be able to go back to DC, polish up some skills. This is a fun game. I mean, obviously, fun is subjective. I could see myself, you know, having some decent replay value with this game. I am sort of browsing around for maybe a new game that's not World of Warcraft, which might be impossible, that can replace WoW as my go-to game. Lornal says, I'll see you today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Alright, sounds good. Okay, so let us start going in that vicinity.
Dragov's got Wall Street completely locked down, but we've had agents scouting his compound for weak points.
There's always one.
Because the missions are really long. And my game, for some reason, and it could be because I'm live streaming. I normally don't live stream too much PC games. Because obviously, get it, PC. I'm streaming from the PC. The camera, the software, the browser, everything's the PC. So it just jacks up my resources. And most of my computer's like 6 years old. Because I played this game for a couple of hours earlier on my own. Never had a single hiccup.
Right on top of me.
That's right, you better run. So that's why I'm just kind of getting back into this. Sort of getting a feel for it.
District, home of the old world's
Trying
most
to
powerful economies.
just kind of figure out like if this
Look
can
where
be
that
my
got
main
them.
go-to game.
The area was devastated by a hurricane a few months back. It hasn't looked the same since.
But
Be careful playing around in the mud.
you know, World of Warcraft, I'm sure most of you
Hostiles guarding location nearby.
know World of Warcraft or have seen it. I mean, it's nothing like this game. If World of Warcraft gave me that whatever itch, or satisfied whatever itch I had, I don't think that this game will do it. It's just too different, you know? Hello, Chintan. How's it going? Yes, I'm trying to figure out... Evelyn, what year did you first start playing World of Warcraft? And what server did you play on? Oh, there we go. We got a safe house. Okay, we'll go for that. I'll at least go to the safe house. Watch this. I'm on fire! Watch him. Bang! Oh, he just got shot in the net. You ain't getting nothing. Weird all the lag I'm getting all of a sudden. Might have to restart the game in a minute. How long have I been streaming for? I don't know. Well, it's 9:10. We'll go for a little bit more. Like I said, I wasn't really planning on doing a long stream tonight. I may want to go to bed early. Or try to, like, clear my head, like I said, and, like, really figure out what it is I want to do.
Portable device detected.
For a game.
Everyone, shut the fuck up. You may have heard
Well, then.
rumblings after the bloodbath in Midtown.
At least we'll get the fast travel point for the safe house. We'll get that unlocked. This is where you'll meet new players.
Safe area detected.
There we go.
This community leaves a lot to be desired when it comes to security. But at least they have an open door policy.
See? Real players right there.
Dude, I know what you're thinking. Commune and a bank. Yeah, that's right. We're occupying this joint. We let some agents hang out here too, as long as they're cool. It's only they're keeping tabs on the Rikers on Wall
18.
Street. They left some notes
Okay,
in
so
there
we
somewhere.
definitely weren't talking when you were 5 years old. Okay, so yeah, you wouldn't have been in my guild then. What? How do you accidentally forget that? I'm 18. Oh, wait, I'm 32. Uh-huh.
Looks like the agents did their research. They've mapped the compound inside and out.
Let's act on this ASAP. The sooner we kick Dragov off his throne, the better.
Agreed.
Alright, nice little warehouse. Not too many people here. Alright. Yeah, probably not going to do... Ah, okay, there's still a few... Yeah, that's right. Within this district, I got to go here. That'll probably be a mission. They're about a half hour long. I might not even be around a half hour. Well, for now, it's the Division 2. I was just kind of goofing around. I wasn't even going to live stream, to be honest with you. I was very undecided, not too sure what I wanted to do. Kind of annoyed. You know, because when you've got games like Cyberpunk, you've got your Assassin's Creeds and your Zeldas and all that kind of stuff, right? Well, they all have a beginning and an end, and then after that, that's it. You're done. There's nothing else to do. There's nothing to talk about. And that's why people go to the likes of Call of Duty and Fallout 76, because they're online persistent games that never end. And I still can't decide whether or not I want to stick to WoW as my online game, or if I want to find something a little bit more, you know, casual for like my online game. But man, I just love WoW. Like there's times at night, especially my night streams, they're very mellow. There's not a lot of crazy shit going on. And there's times, as boring as it may sound, and I always go back to that guy that I watch sometime, Rich from Review Tech. He doesn't even play a game, and he's all about tech and gaming, but he doesn't really game at all. It's just him talking. So I'm like, fuck, even if I just go and WoW, and I'm just, you know, very laid back, trying to unstress, and I fly around the map and just kind of see what's going on, even if there isn't a lot of action. People could find that boring, but there's no way that's more boring than just staring at my head in full screen. I can promise you that ain't going to be any more exciting. You know what I mean? At least it gives you some kind of gameplay. It's almost like the gameplay secondary, right? Which is why I've joked around before about saying maybe my stream shouldn't be called game and chat. It should be chat and gaming. Get it? Like the gaming is secondary. It's not like too much the main focus. It's about chatting, whatever. And obviously the main idea was to have usually a new game being played, and then for a couple people to come in and go, hey, so what do you think of the game? You think I should buy it? Can you do this? Can you do that? You know, that sort of thing. That's generally the, you know, the main reason behind them, but I've made several of Battlegrounds. I don't know what else there would be to talk about. So how did you forget how old you were? That's funny. Do you remember what server you played? For a while? I played on a few different ones. But yeah, if you're 32, yeah, you would have been like 20, 22, and I would have been like 30 or 32. But yeah, I still keep in touch actually with some people from back in the day. All right, so I'm gonna exit this for a moment and try to figure out. Yeah, see, there's WoW. It's just so hard to say. It's really, really difficult to choose. Well, that's why I'm asking all the questions, because I'm just curious, right? Like I said, had you just said you started subscribing, you know, a couple of months ago, I'd been okay, cool, whatever. But you're like, no, I've been subscribed since like you played the guitar on YouTube in like fucking 2006. It's like, well, holy shit. You know what I mean? Like I said, there's only a handful of people that had my my YouTube channel. I only had about 7 or 8 people subscribed to me, and they were all from World of Warcraft. They were all from my guild. Shout out to the Dingleberry, who comes in the stream asking for a shout out. Who the hell am I shouting out? I never understand people that ask for a shout out. Yeah, it's glitchy for sure. I'm not popular. There's not even like 2 digits in this stream. So even if I shout you out, you know what I mean? Who's gonna know? Who's gonna hear the shout out? There's like no one in here. And it's funny because the people that ask for the shout outs are people I don't even know. Right? It's like, who the fuck is this person? I know I sound like a prick, but I'm just being honest. Right? It's like people that come in, they're like, yo, play Grand Theft Auto, give me a shout out. I'm like, excuse me? I don't fucking think so. Because I honestly don't get the point of a shout out. Like I legit, not trolling, I don't even know what the main point is of giving a shout out. I don't get it. I gave the example yesterday to somebody else who was asking for a shout out. Hey Kevin, how's it going? There's like fucking 100 people in here, or maybe 5. Someone comes in, I've known them for a while, like I actually know who they are. Maybe they helped me out with something. They helped me figure out how to record my guitar and my computer so I can record a track. They come in. You know what I mean? Then I would be like, hey, guys, you know, that's my friend James or whoever. They helped me out with such and such a project. And because of them, I can finally do this. You know what I mean? I'm just being honest. I know I sound like a prick. But not only that, technically speaking, I shout out everybody as they come in. I technically gave Logan a shout out when he came in. Because I go, hey Logan, hey, I'm the best, or hey Evelyn, or you know what I mean? Like I call people, like when Kevin came in, hey Kevin. That's the shout out, you know what I mean? I know I'm going on about it. It's just because I do legitimately find it funny. Some people do it because they're looking for clout, but then this ain't the place to do it. There has to be people in the stream for the clout to happen, right? Like PewDiePie would be someone, or Dr. Disrespect, you know what I mean? But then good luck getting clout on there because the chat goes like a bazillion miles an hour. The chat is so fast, it's probably quicker than the speed of fucking light. There's like no chance anybody's even gonna see you if you say anything. But yeah, I'm just saying. But now that we got that out of the way.
Good morning, Night City. Yesterday's
Thank you.
body count lottery rounded out to a solid and
I'd like to think I do. I mean, it's not perfect, but who's perfect? Well, Dr. Disrespect is pretty funny. It's kind of hard for me to get bored of his stuff. He's like pretty much the only streamer I watch. Everybody else, it's like, nope, sorry. I gotta focus on me.
Howdy, howdy, Night City. Welcome back. My guest tonight is Lieutenant Sarah.
So here, I don't know if I'm gonna do a mission.
Hi there. Welcome to
I'm just gonna kind of test out the performance again a little bit.
Thanks for having me.
Maybe go for a ride, look for a couple of cars to buy.
No carjackings or drive-bys along the way.
No. Fortunately, the streets
But yeah,
of
that's
the
cool.
city are getting safer every
Evelyn.
day. We've seen recorded homicides drop from 7,103 a year ago to just...
But yeah, obviously we've met.
Streets are safe, you say. But what about the highway?
When you think about it. Well, World of Warcraft, that is.
You heard about the shooting off the Route 1.
But if you're in the States and I'm in Canada, then there's a big likelihood that we've never actually met in person. I've only ever met a couple of people from there. And some of the people I met from there, I already knew from before, but they were like lost friends from like years before that I had lost touch with, and then I found them in the game. What are the chances of that? Apparently pretty good, because it happened a couple times. So that was pretty cool. To this day, some of the best people I've ever met in my entire effing life. World of Warcraft. Yep. Okay. So this is going to be obviously a lot laggier, or not laggier, but like not as smooth as like the Division there, at least in the beginning. Because that game was running at 60 frames. This one I have to hard lock it at 30, especially while I'm streaming. Like, it's impossible to play this game with streaming and everything on anything higher than that. I would have to upgrade my CPU. Well, alright then. But the graphics of this game, though, is really something. Especially that DLSS, which is incorporated in the RTX cards. They're very, very nice. But let's switch it up to daytime so that we can actually see what the hell's going on. 4, 5, 6. We'll do that. We'll do this. And bam, it's 5 o'clock in the morning. Much better. Not too shabby. Alright, give me one moment again. I hate when it does that. I want to experiment a little bit. Turn on my little tricks. Do that. Dong dong dong. That's the magic. Come on, let's go. Now let me see if we can find some new cars to buy. Go to the journal. Let's see if there's any rides. There is. 21K and 16,000. Let's do this one first. Yeah, it's not too far. Just going for a little cruise. Sometimes this game will run really well, as you can see. For now it is, where it's just, you know, smooth sailing, even within the city, even if there's a huge gunfight. And then all of a sudden it'll just start to kind of like bog up a little bit, and that's where sometimes I need to reboot the game. Oof, almost hit that post. We'll see what's happening over here. It certainly is. How's it going? Are you new to the channel? Hello there.
Do you have a reason to live? Because we do. Up and at 'em!
I was just saying hi. Thought you might have needed a hand
Do you have a reason to live?
with, you know, the
Because
dead
we
body.
do.
The car's on fire. But clearly,
Up and at 'em!
someone's not all there. Is it possible to drive in... actually, it is. Yeah, I just did that. So you have the default view here. Then you can do the slightly zoomed in view. And then you can do the first person view. Naturally, the first person view is going to drastically change depending on the car you're driving. Some are going to have like a nicer, you know, dash and all that kind of stuff. Hello, Lucas. Now, not to be funny, but I definitely can't pronounce your name. For obvious reasons. Hello, Lucas. But yeah, Marlene. I think that's a French name. Or Marlin. Yeah, just, like I said. Just curious to see if this is your first time to the channel. Okay, we're gonna call a new car. One of my favorites. Where is it? Big long list of cars. I've been out on a big shopping spree. There we go. What? That's not the car I ordered. I was gonna say I should pull you out and slap you around, but there's nobody in the car. That is the wrong car. Ah, fuck it. Whatever. Let's get it. I'm not too sure. I haven't played the game in a little bit. See? Like that one. This looks a lot cleaner on the inside. See? It's pretty stable-ish. Watch it start chopping up like a bastard. Not bad for a 7-year-old potato. Mind you, my graphics card is fairly adequate. That's the only decent thing in my computer. But as I've mentioned a million times before, it's not just graphics card, right? Yes, I am newly subscribed after watching one of your Neo 2 update videos. You can call me... Is it Izuna or Izuna? I have a feeling it's Izuna, but I could be wrong. Hello, Nomad. A week or two, right? It's not my first time. This is my alt. What is this, World of Warcraft? People are logging in with their alts. Soon they'll be like, this is my main. Well, either way, welcome. Whether you're new or not. It's just I have so little people that come to see me. So it's usually quite easy for me to try and remember everybody. But when people start mucking around with alts and shit like that, that's it. It throws me off. It's hard at that point. So we just bought a new car. That's how it works. You just walk up to them. Not too sure how I'm supposed to... I was gonna say. Might have been hard to see out of that windshield there. But it's quite detailed. It's not too shabby. I figured. I figured, eh? Wait, what was it again? Izuna. Wait. I gotta find the chat now. Yeah. It won't let me confirm your main. Oh. Who's your main? Would I know your main? I know there's sometimes people that are like, oh yeah, I've been watching you for months. I've just never said anything. And then they're just like talking up a storm. It's like, where the hell were you before? They're like, I was just sitting back watching. What are you doing there?
¿Llegaste hace poco?
Huh? What? Chupame me cazzo grande? What? No? Okay. Interesting car. Be a shame if I took it. No, it won't let me. I think it's because it's her car. We can't open the trunk either on that one. Can't open the trunk on this one, or the hood on that one. Oh, interesting. So not all cars have access to a trunk. Okay, that's cool to know. Because if I go to this car, not only does it have a trunk, it's got a stash. You know what I mean? If you got a lot of goodies that you want to keep in your car, you can do that. I think the engine's back here. I mean, whatever gave that away, right? I'm not active much. I was watching a video, and I remembered your Batman. Oh, boy. Yeah. My cringy Batman stuff. I love making that stuff, to be honest. That's actually the content I enjoy the most. If I could make money just doing those goofy little clips here and there, I would be in heaven. Is this my car too? How many cars do I got here? No, that's not my car. I forget why I came here. Oh, right, just to buy that car. Okay, see how I got distracted? Whoops, I called the wrong car again. This is the one I wanted. Yeah, this one. Well, from what you could see, there's no limit on how many cars you could spawn. You can just have like a whole army of cars if you want. It's free to call cars. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, I thought there was someone in the car there for a second. I was like, what is going on? Who's honking? I've never had any of my cars honk at me. It's like, hey, psst, I'm here now. See, the view, the first-person view of this car is really clean. It's really, really nice. I like it. It's very, like, futuristic looking. Interesting car. You miss Batphil. No, this is played on a PC. I was just driving around, like I said. Didn't really have the best day. I thought I'd come in, hang out just for a little bit. And cruise around. Not necessarily do anything too wild, but, you know. Because I don't know how much longer I'll be around for, but it'll probably definitely be less than a half hour. More than likely. Just kind of on a car binge where I'm buying some different cars. This is the last one on the list. So we'll go ahead and go and pick that up. And as we drive, we shall see if we get any other calls letting us know that there's other vehicles to purchase. Hello, Beef. Where's your brother, Stu? Ha! You see what I did there? I'm on a roll today. And funny enough... Oh, I'd like to think so. But it is what it is. You can't be everybody's cup of tea. There's people out there that have terrible statistics that I think should get more views, and people that have a crap ton of views that I think should have less, but hey, whatever. It's all good. At least I'm getting a small piece of the pie. And it's my favorite part. The crust. Oh, thank you, Sonodes. I probably butchered that. He's like, that's it, give me back my money. What's the objective in this game? Oh boy, oh boy. It's like it is and it isn't. Let me just, take care of these guys. Samurai sword style. He's looking at me funny.
All units.
Hey, that's no way to treat a friend. So that's what's for dinner. I just figured I'd show a little bit of action. So the point of this game is it's kind of... Oh boy, oh boy. I'll explain the full-time job thing in a second. I don't even know how to answer that, to be honest with you. I'm really not good at that kind of stuff. So what happens is... This is a really deep, like, RPG game. There's, like, a lot to the story. It'd be hard to kind of say stuff without spoiling it, too. But everybody knows that Keanu Reeves is in here. He plays a big part in the game from a lore perspective. You go around doing different odds and ends jobs, and... Yeah, it's kind of hard to non-convolutedly explain what the goal is. You know what I mean? It's almost like trying to explain what the goal is in Grand Theft Auto 5. Kill the bad people, and you know what I mean? But yeah. And I haven't done much of the story, too. I've done a lot of, like, side missions, too. I haven't really focused too much on the main story itself. But I've been doing a lot of different things for different people. Infiltrate this building, get some information on this person. This person killed their dad, or, you know, something like that. And now you're getting framed for it, and blah, 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 blah. And now you gotta go meet this contact, and they have some info. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of... I'd have to read a script to kind of explain what the goal of the game is. But just off the top of my head, with the very little hands-on experience I've had with the actual main campaign story, it's been a little bit all over the place in terms of what you're doing. Some of the stories don't kind of connect to one another. So... But it's a lot of fun. I can tell you that. It's a blast. And like I said, when it runs, it runs, you know, fairly... Oh, I took the wrong exit. Can we go up this one? Yeah, this is a pretty big city. A lot of ramps. I'll just park here for a moment. Like I was saying, can you tell I'm tired? Like, do you make most of your money from YouTube? I mean, it's starting to become that way. I mean, to answer it simply, and I've said it a bazillion times. So I've been on disability about half my life. And recently, in the last couple of years, I was like, you know what? I'm never going to know what I'm capable of on YouTube if I don't try it. So I waited pretty much 15, 16 years. I procrastinated. Just wondering what could have been. Oh, would you zip it? People honking at me in the game. So, yeah, I just started doing it, and it's more than half replaced my income that I make on disability. So that's going pretty well, but then I report my earnings every month, and they take a big chunk. Well, they don't actually take it. They reduced what I get from disability each month, because they're like, oh, look at you. Looks like you're getting your own gravy. We don't need to pour as much on your potatoes this month, do we? So, and then it'll come to a point where I will probably, hopefully, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. The goal is to make so much money, obviously, that someday they just call me and they go, so it kind of looks like you don't need us anymore. Bye-bye. You know. And then even if that happens, and then something happens with YouTube, it doesn't work out, it doesn't even matter, to be honest. Because I would be put back on, like, in an instant. So I have that security. It's like I would be off the system. I would be lost, but not forgotten, if that makes any sense. I don't know who's fighting who, but we're fucking people up. Plop. Hey, hey, hey. You know what you're dealing with here? Kung Fu Master. Bye-bye. Next time, leave your head at home. Well, that's a glitchy AI. Maybe if I just stand still behind the garbage bag, he won't see me.
God damn!
Think again. Oh, this guy knows what's up. Bye-bye. And then I have a perk so that after I shoot someone, it makes my character move fast. Something is glowing on the ground. Oh, this. No. Sometimes there's an objective for me to click on. Can't figure out what it is, though. No. Right. Sometimes what happens is you have to clear an area, and some of the NPCs are glitched, so you shoot them, you kill them, but they're still alive, they're still kind of moving around, so it's kind of weird. Oh, I don't care about the finances. Shit, there's no secret. Not only that, you could just look up based on my views. Well, probably not, but you could probably easily find out how much I make anyways. I just don't talk too much numbers because I don't want to make it sound like I'm bragging. Oh, yeah, like Call of Duty. Yeah, I'm just not good at those games. Only took 7 years, sorry. With the exception of Rocket League. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to hear I just found the chat. Oh, no problem. Well, I'm going to hop off. Yeah, no problem. Take it easy. Thanks for stopping by. Yes, there's different difficulty settings in the game. Yeah. There's like story mode or easy, medium, hard, that kind of thing. Yeah, so you do have those different options. But it's bugging me now, sir. I'm trying to find the objective here. Yeah, so within 6 months, 5 or 6 months when I was on YouTube, I was monetized already. And I had already gotten my first paycheck. And it was like, wow, bling bling. Look at that. And then I thought I just got lucky. And I was like, oh, it's not going to be like that the next month. And then it just kept growing and growing a little bit. And then it would plateau. And then it would kind of maybe drop a bit. Not much. The money I'm talking about every month. And then it would just kind of slowly but steady go up. Actually, I do want to talk about that for a second because it'll kind of prove my point that I want to get at. And so I consider my channel to be a bit of a one-hit wonder. And it's not an insult. It's a fact. Oh, you can go now if you want. It's not a big deal. But yeah, I wanted to talk about this because I think it's interesting. So my channel, if you look at most of my views on my videos, they're actually not that good at all. They don't do well, depending on what it is I upload. Some will get like thousands of views. A couple will get hundreds of thousands of views, which are my one-hit wonders. And then the average ones will get next to nothing. The live streams are under 10 views. But the channel garners well over 250,000 views a month. Steady, consistently, month after month. Call of Duty, Modern Warfare, and Hitman, and another one. I can't remember now. But they were my top... Oh, and NBA 2K20. They were my top earning videos ever. Most views. Everybody was watching them every month. And it was making me money. So when the summer came that just went by now, June, July, I started to panic. I'll answer you in a second. I started to panic because I was like, oh my god, NBA 2K20 is going to be a thing of the past. Oh my god, Call of Duty Modern Warfare, it's done. It's all about Black Ops now. Those were my two biggest money makers. Well, they're gone. The hype on Modern Warfare is gone. The hype on 2K20 basketball is long gone. Bitch, we're 2K21 now. You know what I mean? And I started to go, like, I was almost hyperventilating. I was like, oh my god. Like my August or September, you know, video is going to do like terrible because it's gone. It's the new game now. I got to find my next one-hit wonder. It's like a famous pop star singer that you only know for like one or two songs. I was only, you know what I mean, good for a couple of videos that was making me all this money every month. Because people didn't understand. They would come in and try to troll me. And they would be like, how are you making all this money if no one comes in your streams and all of your videos I'm watching have like 10 views? I go, right, but watch per month. Watch my total amount of views on my channel. And they're like, where's it all coming from? And I'm like, exactly. Because I upload so much, but very few of it actually does really well. So September came, and I was like, this is going to be like a good indicator. I'm still trying to figure out the objective here, sorry. It's driving me nuts. And then I got paid in September, and I was like, okay. And it was decent. It was really decent. Then I was like, October. I was like, okay, well, it's October. It's only been a couple of months since all these games that do really well on my channel are over. Maybe there's like a little bit of like trickling effect. But definitely come November, I'm going to be screwed. I'm going to see like a goose egg for a paycheck. Well, November, which obviously just went by, ended up being my absolute best month ever. Like, I mean, I had to reread my analytics page to make sure I was actually on my page and not somebody else's. I was like, I did that in 1 month. I was like, those are my stats for 1 month. I was like, you're shitting me. I was like, but my main videos, they're not getting watched anymore. And they're not because I looked. They've like nosedived. So I'm like, 6 people come in my live stream. That's my average. My average views on a random game or a random video is like 20 views. So where the fuck is the 250,000 views coming in from every month? I mean, obviously I could easily find out. I could just look at my analytics. But I'm just like, whatever. I'm just going to roll with it. I'm just going to have fun. And that's it. Literally, that's just it. I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. Because clearly, whatever it is I'm doing, however little it may seem, because we can have a laugh at it, it's bringing me money every month. And it's very closely coming to a point where if this keeps up, and it keeps accelerating at the rate it's going, I will probably very much realistically no longer require government assistance to be on disability anymore. Like, that's a very real thing. Like I said, the first couple times I thought I got lucky, but I watched for the past 1.5 years that I've been monetized, and I'm just watching the money. And you know what I mean? And I'm like, well, shit on a stick. You know, so I'm like, been at it for 1.5 years, like monetized 1.5 years. And I'm thinking, wow, you know, maybe by the time I'm 45, like give it like another solid 3 years. Because I've been on YouTube, like I said, 2 years active, monetized 1.5 years. I go, yeah, give me like another solid 3 years. And if I keep getting the amount of subscribers I'm getting, the same amount of monthly views I'm getting every month, there, in theory, should be no reason. I'll still be like a super small channel that nobody knows about, but I don't care about that. Quite frankly, it's meeting some nice people, and it's this. At the end of the day, I want to survive. I want to be able to buy my food, pay my rent, pay my internet, pay all the shit that I buy, all these games that I buy, and have people go, so what do you do for a living? And I go, this. You're looking at it. You know what I mean? So, but anyways, bit of a rant there, but let me catch up with what's going on in the chat. Have you ever streamed on Twitch? I have, and it didn't go well. I'll talk about that really quick, and then we'll go looking for cars. So you have some videos with a ton of views. Yeah, that's the thing, some. Most of them don't. There's no sugarcoating it. It's not self-depreciation. It's not me putting myself down. It's a fact of life. If you look at my channel, 90% of what I upload is shit. That there's no sugarcoating it. It just doesn't do well. Period. There's no money in 90% plus of what I do. None of my live streams make any money. None of it. Nothing. It's like the lottery. The more you buy, I mean, in theory, the more likely you are to win a little $100 here and there, right? That's kind of what's happening with me. I upload like crazy, and there's going to be that one-off video that's going to do well. Like, if I play Spider-Man, and I'm like, hey guys, welcome to the channel, Spider-Man, let's check out some gameplay. Those don't do well at all. Like, they don't do well. People just don't care about that stuff. And that's just the way it is. But then all of a sudden I'll make a video and I'll be like, ever notice, guys, how after this mission your character just starts to lag? Whether you're on PS4 Pro, PS5, and it stutters really bad, like it's in the 20 frames per second range. I was like, well, I noticed something. When you finish this mission, it'll automatically put on your costume this mod, and the mod is going to replicate the film mode of Spider-Man, and films are recorded in 24 frames per second. So if you undo the mod, or remove it rather, you know what I mean? Like all the how-tos and stuff like that. Those are the videos that do the best. That just gets thousands of views. How do you link your Square Enix account to your Marvel Avengers game? 50,000 views. How do you redeem your Legacy Pack for Hitman 2? 100,000 views. Call of Duty Modern Warfare, what can you do offline? 250,000 views. How do you edit your roster in NBA 2K? Couple 100,000 views. Let's Play NBA 2K, 10 views. You see where I'm going with this? So, it's all the how-tos. In other words, the shit that does well are the videos that help people. You watching me just play a random game doesn't help you do anything. Except from being able to have the live interaction of being able to ask me some questions as to whether or not I think a game is worth purchasing. So, I mean, there's probably that only value. I could make a video and show off all my cars. That's not going to get a lot of views. But if I make a video and I show you how to get the cars, you see what I'm saying? Now I'm actually helping you. There's a reason, there's actual worth to the video, because it can actually help your gameplay experience become better, right? So those are the videos that do the best. So people might say, well, why don't you just do those? Well, oddly enough, those are the hardest ones to do, right? They're the hardest ones to make. Happy you're succeeding, bro. Peace. See you next stream. Sounds good. Thanks for stopping by. Hello, Optic Gamer. And 23 Pop 32 5901. How's it going? How you playing NBA 2K? Yeah, that one. That one. Or what can you do in Call of Duty Modern Warfare offline? What do you think about not being able to play as the same character as your friend on Marvel Avengers? Well, that's right, there's value. That's right, there's greater value in those videos. I mean, it makes sense. Two people can't play Hulk. I get it. Doesn't really bother me. But yeah, so I'm just being honest. Like I said, it's not me putting myself down. It's a straight reality check. I've been doing this for 2 years. It doesn't make me an expert, but I've uploaded well over 2,000 videos in 2 years. I know what's going to make views and what isn't. Like, when I upload a video, and it's not being cocky, I just know it's going to work. I know when I upload something, this will get about 300 views, or this will get like 15 views, or this one's going to make me some money. You know what I mean? But I can't just pull those videos out of my ass, right? So that's why I'm trying to become a bit of a different YouTuber. Because what happens with that is it's pretty simple. If you're not different, if you don't stand out, and you're just a copy and paste of everybody else, then you're going to have to be better than those people. If you're not going to be original, then you're going to have to do what isn't original but better than everybody else. There's not a fucking snowball's chance in hell I'm going to outdo Dr. Disrespect. It's just not happening. So I got to think outside of the box. What can I do? What can I bring to YouTube that people can still watch Dr. Disrespect, but they might still want to check me out? Dr. Disrespect will give you the entertainment. He'll give you the comedy. He'll give you some of the best action that you can ever get, but he's not going to show you the maps in the game. He's not going to share with you how to work around the glitches and not being able to add the bots to your map in the game. He's not going to tell you that if you're on PC, you need an internet connection, but that if you're on console, you could play the game offline with the initial day one patch and all that kind of information, right? He's not going to tell you that because that's not his job to do that, right? So if I can't do what he does, then I got to do something different, right? So that's why I narrate patch notes. You think narrating patch notes is fun? It's boring as shit, but you know what's funny? Some of those patch notes get me crazy views. Like Days Gone, my last video on Days Gone, just narrating the patch notes for 2.5 minutes, got me like 80,000 views. I got paid almost a couple of $100 to narrate patch notes to a video game for 2.5 minutes. That's what I got to keep doing, right? I got to be known as that guy that brings the information, and information that people want to know, so that they don't have to go all over the place looking for it. All my friends wanted to play as Kate Bishop. Yeah. How much money do you make? Well, it depends, actually. So I'll give you two scenarios of money for YouTube, which is really confusing. So there are months, most months I make, like I get at least 250,000 views. And that can be like anywhere from $500 to $700. But then I can have a month where I have about the same amount of views, but instead of $500 to $700, it's $900 or even over $1,000. And then people might be like, well, how does that make sense if your views are the same? There's been times where I've had less views, but yet made more money than the month prior. And it's actually quite simple to answer. It's all about the CPP or the MPP, the money per million, whatever. It's essentially like, you know, that whole thing people always go, how much money do you make per million views? So to simplify it, you can have two people, I've talked about this before, you can have two people with the same amount of subs, the same amount of watch time, the same amount of views, on the dot, 1 million views, okay? 1 million subs, both have 10,000 watch time hours. One made $7,000 for the month, the other one made $5,000. Well, what made the other one get the extra $2,000? That's more the question people want to know, or the answer they want to that question. And it's simple. The further up you go up the algorithm, the more you're favored, the higher rated your YouTube channel is, the more consistent you are at uploading, the more consistent and accurate you are with whether or not your videos meet the guidelines. What YouTube will do, which is owned by Google, they will treat you, they will award you in a subtle way that most people won't know. And they'll increase your CPM, your cost per million, or whatever, for the lack of a better term. So you'll get the same amount of views coming in every month, but your money is going to go up. They're deciding to say, instead of $2.50 per whatever, you're now $5. Well, that means if you were making $500 a month, you're now making $1,000 despite your statistics being the same. So that's why it's a little bit complicated to kind of just give like a straight, quick answer. You can't like look at how many views I get and go, this dude is full of shit. I know people that get twice as many views as this mofo and they don't get as much money. Exactly. No two people are going to be the same, but it still can kind of give you a rough estimate though, right? Did you think the 2 maps in Call of Duty Cold War Armada and Crossbow will fix next session 1? Oh, I have no idea. It's so hard for me to kind of predict the future. It's definitely not going to be on their priority list. Warzone and online is going to be more their thing, but I mean, I hope so, because I actually really like those 2 maps. They're actually the first 2 maps I looked at into playing with bots. And they were the only 2 maps that weren't working with bots, so I thought the whole game wasn't working, and that's what made me make that video. But yeah, I'm really excited for this game to see how it progresses with the updates, because it's definitely more playable. There's been almost next to no audio glitch, which was actually my biggest complaint about the game, was the audio crackling. It was really painful to listen to. Like, I mean real bad. I mean, now it's actually pretty smooth. It's not perfect, but it's definitely playable from what you've seen in the last little bit. Let's take a look to see if there's any other cars to buy. There are no other cars, okay. And like I said, I don't really feel too much like doing a mission, only because I don't know like how long I plan on like playing there. But let's maybe go in that direction just for the fun of it. Let's see what's going on. But yeah. So I hope that answers the whole thing with YouTube money. I will safely say, if you're remotely looking, like how many views you would need a month, roughly-ish, to be able to maybe quit your job. Depending on how well your job pays. I'm talking about like surviving, like not the best, but like you could get by. Depending on what lifestyle you want. At least 1/3 of a million. About 330,000 views a month. If you do that, and you have like a good channel with like a good score rating, you'll put a big effing dent in your bank account, for sure. It'll be a pretty big game changer. Obviously, 500,000 would be a lot better. 500,000 views a month, realistically, is where probably the average middle-class person would be able to probably call it quits for their job. Would be closer to the 500,000, 400,000 to 500,000 views a month. And that might seem like ludicrous to get, but I'm popping 250 to 300,000 views a month, and I'm a complete nobody. Like, I am a nobody, you know what I mean? Like, I'm like a pebble of sand, or a grain of sand in the Sahara Desert, compared to what's out there. But as long as you can get a piece of that pie, that's all that matters. So we're in the city now, a lot's going on, and I keep slowing down because I don't want to drive too fast and hit something and then my car blows up and I die. But it's handling pretty good. The graphics are, like I said, they're jacked up, they're pretty high. My hardware's old, all but my graphics card, which is an RTX 2070 Super. It's no longer the big boy on the block. My friend says hi. Yeah, I'm not falling for that. That shit is stuff that I've kicked people out of the stream for before. Because it's like it's not even funny. It's so not funny that even when I was like 8 years old, I didn't crack those kinds of jokes. That, and because most people that do that kind of stuff usually end up trying to troll me, which is actually pretty amusing. Yeah, so as you can see, there's still some stutter here and there. I'd probably stutter less if I had a better CPU, but there's definitely no denying that this game is just poorly optimized for now. Much better on PC than console, though. That's the beautiful thing about PC, is it runs better, and if it runs like a pile of shit on your computer and you don't want it, you got 2 hours to refund it on Steam. Yeah, I doubt that. Another thing I don't like is liars. The chances that your friend is actually named what you've said is like a 1 in a million. But there are so many dumb motherfuckers in this world that, you know what, it wouldn't surprise me if someone's parents actually named them that. But based on the history of the people that come into my channel, on my streams, I'm absolutely gonna have to call bullshit on that. It would be cool if this game had Assassin's Creed parkour with a third-person option. Yeah, well, there is some parkour. You can jump, hold on to ledges. Doing the funky chicken there. Yeah, that one I'll grab, because it's a purple. The greens I don't even bother looking at. Just wanted to do some random action there. Alright, let's go to that waypoint on the map. And then after that, I'm probably going to end the stream because it's already been... Oh, it's probably been a while. I can't check the timer there, but... It's a part of the map I don't think I've been to yet. I tried the other day, but I wasn't far enough in the story that it allowed me to go there. I'm just glad the in-game GPS is really good. Otherwise it'd be a nightmare getting lost in this game. You would never know like what turn to take, what ramp to get on or off. Man, it's handling... Oh, see that car over there in the front? It just kind of clipped and it went through the ground for a second and it took a little bit of damage. That kind of stuff. But as you can see, it's still playable in the sense that it's not like I crashed and got kicked out of the game or anything like that. Well, I wouldn't go that far. Sounds good. Like I said, sometimes I give people the benefit of the doubt, but in this instance, it's just too hard to do it. There's just been countless times where people come in and they'll be like, so my friend's name is so-and-so? Like literally the same speech. I'm just being honest. The same speech. My friend's name is so-and-so. He says hi. Can he get a shout out or can you say hi to him? And it's that name that he typed or, you know, something else. And I'm just like, seriously? Like, are you trying to be funny? And they always say the same reply. No. Legit. I'm serious. And I'm like, yeah, no, you're not. There's no way you are. No one names their kid Cockmadoodoo. Like, they don't.
What now?
What now is,
Keep back.
Oh, that's it. That's it.
No. You will put...
I will what? You didn't finish that sentence. Neither did you.
Fucking crib.
Bye-bye. Police car, it's on fire. Minor details. We don't have to worry about that. One oversight of the game, which is actually what I wanted to show you here. You can say whatever you want, but like I said, I'm just being honest. I've had people come in and say stuff like that, and I've literally, like, banned them from the channel. Like, you have no idea the types of people that I've had come in here. Say the exact same thing, the exact same name, and tell me the same thing, that it's really their friend's name, and I'm like, yeah, I don't think so. Well, that's just it. See? Do not enter. What I wanted to talk to you about quickly, though, for the cars in general and the lights, you can see the lights are on here, is there's no option to turn on and off the lights. There's no horn. There's no sirens. But NPCs can honk the horn. So to me, that's an oversight. I've literally hit, like, every key on the keyboard. Can't get the lights to go on and off. Horns, like I said, nothing. So that's a little bit of a disappointment. Speaking of the parkour thing, you know, with, like, the melee weapons from, like, Dying Light. See? You could do, like, the double jump. I mean, that one you can't because it's really high. But you can parkour. I don't know why it tilted my head back, but... But you can grab onto ledges, it's just it's not wanting to let you go past this point here. See? Look at that. Oops. Come on. There we go. Is that parkour enough for you? See, and I just grabbed onto the ledge and now I'm at the top. Parkour 101. Is that good? So it's in here, it's just it's not the main premise of the game, right? Dying Light is an amazing game. I usually play that with a trainer as well, not gonna lie. I played it legit on PlayStation. And I just got so miserably fed up with all my gear always breaking, always dying. One of the hardest games I've ever played in my life. I just absolutely sucked at it. Really, really bad. So I got it on PC. And I used some trainers. It made me enjoy the game a lot more. Like, I like a challenge, but I also don't like being frustrated, right? So I try to find, like, a happy balance. But yeah, see, like, even with, like, buildings like this. Like, I mean, you can jump. This is kind of like Dying Light style with all these, like, sheds and stuff. You'll just kind of, like, run from place to place. Whoops. Like that. There, see? Grab onto that ledge. Oops. Because I got the double jump perk. I don't know if I can jump over this, though. Almost. There we go. Oh, it won't let me go past. Okay. Yeah, it literally just doesn't want your character to be able to go in there. Then we've got the fast travel system, of course. I don't have anything over here. Oh, I'm in the fast travel mode. Obviously, that's not gonna work. Yeah, I suppose I'll go there. Just to try to unlock a couple of more waypoints. Izuna. Did I remember that correctly? I think Izuna. Yeah, like I said, there's a lot of weird people that come in. It's gotten a lot better as of late. But in the beginning there, when I started a couple of months back, it was like awful. People were threatening to kill me, burn down my house, chop my head off. Some really, like, nasty stuff. All things that I laughed at. You're bald. Or just really stupid shit that I'm just like, you do realize your insults carry no weight if I don't give a fuck about you, right? And they're like, whatever. And I'm like, well, you're wasting your time. And then I'm like, bye-bye. But some of them still keep going. Do you think the gameplay would be good in third person? Or is it first person the better option? I'm kind of a strong believer in options. I think both would have been fine. I think it could have done well as a third person. Would have been easier with the controls. See, when it comes to games that are first person like this, to me it has to be mouse and keyboard. It just has to be. With a controller, it's just so, like, hard. Unless you're, like, playing Minecraft, which for some reason, that's just got the perfect controls. It's not, like, too weird. Like, it just works well. So, for me, third person is good with a controller. So, like, if you're playing, like, GTA 5 or The Witcher 3 or Assassin's Creed, those I love playing with a controller. I could not play those with a mouse and keyboard. And then, alternatively, in first person, I can't play with a controller. So, it's mouse and keyboard. So that way you kind of get the best of both worlds. Yeah, exactly. Red Dead Redemption 2. That's right, Grand Theft Auto 5. You can go first, third person, and the same thing applies there. When I'm in first person mode on PC for Red Dead Redemption 2, I use the mouse and keyboard. And when I'm in third person, I use the controller. It's all about options, right? The more options you have, well, the more people you cater to. That's not quite the car I wanted. I just had it there. Yes, because I feel like I haven't driven that car much. I bought all the... Well, hey, don't... Get back over here. Where the fuck's it going? No, you're supposed to come towards me. See how the game is trolling me? Did you see that? Did you see that shit? My car went over the gate. It drove away from me. The game is trolling me. And there it goes. It's gone. In the distance. But the game is still playable. But it's a glitchy mess. That was actually kind of funny, I'm not gonna lie. Exactly. Yeah. Oh yeah, sure. Bring the car over here. Does it look like I can get to it from there? Oh my god. Gotta recall it a couple of times. There we go. Oh. I'm not kidding. The game is totally messing with me. Delivered me a car. It takes off on its own. It honks the horn that I didn't realize it has, and it gives me my car all like banged to ratchet. What kind of car service is that? Oh, man. Okay, now I'm over here. Okay, stop. My own car tried to kill me. Now, the interior of this car is pretty wild. It's like an open concept look. It's pretty neat. Yeah, exactly. So this kind of showcases, again, some of the glitches that you'll encounter, but, you know, ultimately the game is playable on PC. Your mileage may vary. Oh, I'm so glad this is happening in my stream. All these weird glitches are happening. It's like it's making the stream a little bit better. Do you need a hand? Ma'am, I'll ask you to remain calm. Oh man, I love glitches because it makes the stream better. Here's where I wished it was like 100 people in my live stream right now. Hang in there tight, and I'll see what I can do to get you out of there. Sometimes you can actually trigger the button. Yeah. Oh, but I love stuff like this, man. I really, really do. Like this. Oh, my allergies are bad. But she's smiling. She's in good spirits. She's like, are you going to get me out of here or what? Looks like that's cement. I'm trying to see if I can get her to... take out the windows. Truth bomb. The truth is, this game is a pile of shit on console. Where'd the car go? That car is gone. It fell through the ground. Oh, that explains this. So there's times where I play the game, you know, like how there's all these like overpass bridges and shit. And I'm like cruising through the city, and cars appear to be falling from the fucking sky. They're not falling from the sky, they're falling through the ground from bridges up above me. And the same thing is happening with people. And I thought it was like some weird sadistic thing where it was like depicting people committing suicide in the game. I would look up at a tall building and I would see a random person just like fall right through the building and splat on the ground and die. And I was like, what the hell is going on? Do you know what I mean though? Like, it now to finish your question. Oh, that's on PS4. Yeah, I know, it's terrible. If you're on a PS4 Pro, if you're on an Xbox One X, it's better, but it's not nearly as playable as it is on PC. PC is just better optimized. It's still a mess, as we could see, but there's a lot of little funny moments. Like my car trying to kill me, taking off on me, honking its horn at me. You know, those kinds of things. Yeah. But that's why I like doing these videos, these live streams, right? Apart from the obvious. I like being able to be able to showcase something. Whether I'm good at the game or not is irrelevant too. That's the beautiful thing about what I want to take on YouTube with live streaming, is I don't have to be good at the game to help you decide whether or not you should get the game. Cars falling through the ground. Does that bother you? Oh, it looks like the audio is starting to crackle, so it looks like that issue's still there. But then you get to see live in the moment how it still kind of handles overall, how the combat is, and when there's a lot of stuff going on, it still handles the frames pretty decently, for the most part. It feels like an early access title. That's really the best way to describe it. It feels like it's been in early development, even though it's been in production for, 8 fucking years, but you know, that's another story for another day. Yeah, see me, you could buy it on Steam because you got that 2 hours, but I don't want to return it for a couple of reasons. I'm having fun, which I got into some really nasty, heated screaming matches on Twitter about, because apparently you're not allowed to like anything in 2020. People are so sensitive that if you like something, people will get angry at you. The other reason I don't want a refund is because I want to be that guy that keeps up with the game. This is arguably a very hot title in the sense of like Skyrim, Grand Theft Auto caliber. I want to keep up with it as it matures, as it grows. Does it mature? Does it become better? I want to be that guy that every time there's an update that comes out, here's what it does. Let's take a look at it. Let's live stream it for an hour. How does the action look like? Are cars still falling through the ground? Is the audio, you know, scratching as much as before? Are there any improvements? Has it reached a level that is meeting your expectations, that it's now worth your 60 American dollars to pay for? That's like literally 99% of the reason I do this fucking shit. It's definitely not for the money. You really think 6 people in my live stream's paying the bills? Nope. But it's fun. I like it. We know we want to see this.
Right.
You're right. Your head's missing. That's what's not right. See, that guy predicted the future. We know you wanted to see it. You wanted to see Ghosts of Tsushima invade Cyberpunk. Look, you stupid bastard, you got no arms left. See, that handled that pretty good. Like the, you know, like just a really fast moving around. Like, that's pretty smooth. I know it's probably...
God damn it!
Oh! Where'd his head go? Heads are rolling. Maybe we could play bowling. Not that I'm aware of. Is the map ginormous? So the map apparently is twice the size of GTA 5. Doesn't kind of quite feel that. I mean, it's a big map. I mean, you can go over here at some point. Just not like right now. So you've got that whole area here. There's a road here. There's 6 big massive 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, there's 6 big districts that are highlighted by the icon here. That's predominantly where most of the game will take place. Then you've got like your industrial area here. And then all here you can go to as well. All this area here is all Badlands. It's all desert-like. It's just the map looks like shit. It's not a good map. I mean, I can go to all these places, but what the hell is that? The map is pitch black, and I've driven there. This is in Fog of War. It doesn't light up. That's just the way the map looks like. Even here. Now I can toggle the map, make it look like that. Sort of like more of a 3D view. But the color choice is just kind of weird. It's just very... Like, I mean, you can really zoom in there, don't get me wrong, in this mode. But it's not really well lit up. But fine, you can see all the buildings. So, I mean, I guess it's kind of okay in that view. Because you can, like I said, really get in there. So in some ways it's good, but in some ways it's bad. Like Grand Theft Auto 5 has a much nicer map. The Witcher 3 has a much nicer map. So there's no slow-mo abilities, but there are some skills, I think, that when you dodge, I think there's like a momentary slowish movement kind of thing. I don't remember. But the ability that I have now is when I go on a rampage and I execute someone, I get a movement boost and I end up like moving a lot quicker. I think it's like a 33% movement speed boost. Yeah, let's just run around for a minute. Let's bring on the cops again. Oh! See that slow-mo move there? There it is right there. Because I dodged, that's what I wanted to show you. So that's the slow motion that you can do. Very fluid, actually, if you ask me. I mean, yes, it's on 30 frames, but I mean, considering there's a lot of action going on right now.
No mercy.
Like, I mean, that's actually pretty decent considering the game runs like a pile of shit for a lot of people. What the fuck keeps shooting at me? Fuck, that thing's annoying. Who the hell's that? Oh, that's one of my friends. Or like an ally or something. I don't know what made them decide to join the party.
Come on out, sweetheart.
Hey, how's it going, Milk? Brandon, would you say it's worth to buy? I think it's like Far Cry. Would you say it's the same? Way more in depth. This is a hardcore RPG game of the depth of like The Witcher 3. No, there's no durability issues. No. No durability. But as you can see... See? Cops can just spawn out of nowhere. And the ragdolls are awesome.
Go, go, go!
And when they zigzag like that, that's also a skill of theirs. It's like a future... Oh, he just did a complete backflip. Ooh. So in all that chaos I just raised, I think the game actually handled pretty good. Pretty smooth. So there's definitely a lot of potential. Let's look over and see the carnage that we've caused. Whoops, my finger slipped. Honest to God, I was actually trying to sheath my weapon. And that happened. So to answer your question, if you're on PC, you're going to buy this game on Steam. You've got like a 2-hour window of opportunity where you can... man, my allergies are getting bad. Where you can refund the game. You've got nothing to lose at that point. You literally got nothing to lose. So I would say go for it if you have an adequate computer. Don't buy this on console. Unless you're on an Xbox Series X or PS5. Reports are that from other people, not my own. They're enjoying the game. Most people that want a refund are like on base PS4. Or even PS4 Pro. Or they're like on the base Xbox One. from like 7 years ago. Those are the people that are complaining the most by a long shot. And their complaining is absolutely justified. Don't get me wrong. Like, this game is a clusterfuck. It's a shitfest. But I'm loving every moment of it. As you can see, I just caused a bunch of mayhem. The game didn't go all like, you know what I mean? Like, it didn't get all like weird and shit. I didn't crash. Also, that doesn't mean that your experience is going to be the same as mine. This person's definitely going to want to go see a chiropractor. I don't exactly know what's going on there, but that looks like a pretty painful position. I like that your channel shows updates and or talk about updates. It's a big up. Helps at times when I want to know about recent content. Oh, no problem. Do you think game developers could prevent bugs before it releases? A lot of them, yes, but clearly not all of them. I'm playing Cyberpunk. I'm stuck in a call. There's a really high chance that I won't be able to help you with that, sorry. Yeah, so that's another... Hello, Seabad. But yeah, I'm going to be getting off the stream there. I've already been streaming for... So I just saved my game. Let me just quit the game. Because I am going to do a few other things. Yeah, I've been streaming for almost 2 hours. Like, that's a long time. Yeah, I'm not good at, like, walkthroughs and stuff like that. I haven't done too many missions. It'd be kind of hard like this for me to, like, walk you through it. Yeah, so to be on topic for a little bit. This game, like I said, if you're going to get it on Steam, give it a shot. Play it for an hour and a half. Get into the city. See how your computer handles it. You don't like it? Get a refund. Console is a bigger risk. If you're on PS5, Xbox Series X. I mean, these are the people that brought us The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3, when it came out, was a hot mess. People forget that. It wasn't the masterpiece that it is today in 2020. So, CD Projekt Red release games, like a lot of other people, that are a glitchy mess, but they fix it. So, that still doesn't excuse what's going on here, because I understand why people want to return their game, especially on base last-gen console. In my humble opinion, this game, Cyberpunk 2077, should have had like a 720p version for the base console for it to run that much nicer, and on stock last-gen Xbox One. Or it shouldn't have just come out at all. It just clearly is struggling a lot. Like, I mean a lot. I've spoken to 3 people that have an Xbox Series X, and they're loving the game. So I can only go by what they're telling me. I'm not a big enough YouTuber that I can afford to buy all these games on all these different platforms and go, let's check out the PS4 Pro. Switch. Let's go to the PS5. Same spot, same mission. You know what I mean? Let's do the Xbox Series X. If I could, I would. That's absolutely what I want to do. That is what I want people to know me to be as. The guy that does that. The comparisons. How does it compare to this? You know, how is it on the base PS4? I don't know. Let's go and buy one, you know? Because money wouldn't be an issue if I was like some of these people that upload one video on YouTube and they make as much money as I do an entire month. Like, holy shit, right? If I had more money, I would invest more and I'd be able to, like, really get a gist of where all these games perform the best. Then I'd be able to do that type of review. I would call it almost like a performance review instead of an actual video game review. It would be more like, so I've played it on all these platforms, here's where it seems to do the best and whatever. But can't do that, like I said. I'm not quite there. Instead, I have it on Steam. So I'm glad that I bought it there, for sure. Like, it's very much playable. But yeah, if anybody has any quick questions, you can ask me. Like in closing, if you're curious about anything about the game, or any other game real quick before I head off. It's Sunday, like I said, I do have a bit of a mild headache, nothing too bad. I might go for a quick walk, come back. I might even play some more Cyberpunk. I might play some more Division, some Zelda. I'm still kind of like all over the place too, so I want some time to kind of like sit, relax, and kind of figure out my shit for my main go-to game. I don't know if I'm just going to end up sticking with World of Warcraft and just play it less and have to be like less competitive. I don't know. Because like I said, when I live stream, I don't mind when a new game comes out and I cover that game. But then the in-betweens, right? Where there is no big, massive game that comes out. Like Watch Dogs Legion. That shit's done now. You know what I mean? Like I streamed that shit for like fucking 20 hours. I beat the game. It's done. Next. Then it was Assassin's Creed. Beat it. Next. You know what I mean? Then it was Spider-Man. Now it's Cyberpunk. You know, this is the new shiny toy. But in between all that shit, what am I going to do? I still want Skater XL to be one of my main go-to games. Just very casual, physics-based skateboarding game. I still want Call of Duty in a way to be one of my main games too, but I am terrible at the game. And it's hard to chat and keep up with people in the chat while playing a game that's very like strenuous, that's very like there's no chance for breaks. So it's not really the best. Unless we're just looking to goof around and we don't care if I die every 5 seconds because I'm always looking at the chat, right? Matches last about 10 or 15 minutes. I don't really want to play a game where I'm ignoring the chat for 15 minutes. World of Warcraft, I can fight people in PvP. That's how good I am. Just being honest. And I could still chat with people while I'm killing people. I don't even have to look. I can't do that in Call of Duty. Right? So, and like I said, the Division, I'm really enjoying it right now. I just don't know how much lasting power it's going to have for me. Once I reach level 40 and I get some decent gear, is that a game that I can see myself playing every single day? And then when I stream and there's nothing to talk about, for me to be streaming that game every single time? I don't know. So I may have to finish the campaign, get to the end game, see how it is. Do I get bored of it? I'm still unsure. The nice thing about World of Warcraft is I just never tire of that game. I tire of the grind when there's new expansions, every couple of years, I guess. And when there's new patches, or if I don't play for a few months, and I feel like I'm trickling behind, it can take a little bit of a grind to catch up. And that can be time consuming. And that can take me away from other shit I want to do. Play guitar, exercise more, play more video games, like more random games, right? Like I'm not like exclusively like a World of Warcraft channel, right? If I was, it would be different. It wouldn't bother me at that point. I'm about to play 2K16 on the PlayStation. Now that's an old one. One more week till Christmas break. This will hopefully get me through. Are you playing this game right now, Cody? Yeah, no, that would have been a horrible mess playing that game on that. Absolutely would have been a horrible mess. I used to play the Division 1 and the people that stay around are the people that play. Yeah, that's right, PvP. I want to do something different in that for the Division 2. I want to work on a build where you go in this tower. It's like an endgame content. It's like a super tall skyscraper. And you work your way up or down. I can't remember if you start from the top, work your way down. You work through the damn building. It gets a little bit harder. And it's dynamic. It's procedurally generated objectives and enemy placements and rewards and all that. And you can tackle it solo. I kind of like that kind of stuff. Diablo 3 is another game I could see myself really getting into. I think I had a list. Well, not really. Immortals isn't a game you want forever, neither is Zelda. Yeah, no, it was more like, oh no, that was just for live streaming. Yeah, so you have like, it helps if I make a list, really. We've got World of Warcraft Division 2, Ghost Recon Breakpoint. Why, thank you. I try to make them entertaining, but I also try not to go over the top. Some people I find they try too hard to be like edgy or funny or screaming or yelling. And it's like, no. And I've had people come in my streams and go, bro, man, you fucking sound like you just woke up from a coma. And I go, have you seen me speak for 5 minutes? I don't, people like refer to me as if I'm talking like this. Okay, so we're going to play the Division. And then after that, I might drive in Cyberpunk. If I was talking like that, I could see why people would be like, dude, you sound depressed like you're half asleep. But I'm like, yeah, no, I could promise you I don't sound half asleep. You're probably just too used to watching people like Dr. Disrespect, who I adore, PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, Angry Joe, and then you come and you watch me and you expect me to be this overly hyped, off-the-wall kind of character. And I'm like, yeah, no, doesn't work that way. When I go off the wall is when I do my cringy Batman shit. That's when you know the shit's on. You know what I mean? Sorry, Diablo. I'm just putting in like these co-op-y online-ish games, you know what I mean, that can be played. Like this is kind of like the list that I'm looking at. These are arguably some of the more popular titles. Who the hell? But yeah. Anyways, I do gotta head out. But this is kind of like a small list of games. The bonus of any of those games, minus World of Warcraft, is no matter how long of a break you take between those games, it's not like you come back weaker. So like Call of Duty, I could take a break for a couple of months, come back. It's not like my weapons are going to do less damage. Get it? Whereas in World of Warcraft, that's essentially what's happening. If you don't keep up with your gear score, right, you are literally going to take more damage and you're also not going to give as much damage. Then you got to unlock a bunch of crap, and you know what I mean? So keeping up with WoW is a 1 to 2 hour commitment a day to be comfortable, to really keep at it. Division 2, I don't plan on doing PvP. I just want to do PvE, solo raids, and all that kind of stuff. Maybe do some co-op with some people, do some raids. Ghost Recon Breakpoint, I've played it. On PC, it's not well optimized. I can get it running at 60 frames, but it jacks up 95% of my CPU in total, especially when I'm streaming and I've got my camera, my web browser, my YouTube going. My CPU usage sometimes hits like 100%. When I don't have YouTube going, I'm not streaming, I don't have my camera, I don't have my microphone going and all the EQs and all that shit, it's like 60%. But then that does you no good, right? So Division 2 I can do. WoW I can do. Diablo 3, I mean, that's an old game, but it can be fun co-op. You know, trying to get up that difficulty scale, right? The torment setting, trying to get the best gear. And I mean, it can be a fun game. I just can't think of anything else. Have you played the zombies on Black Ops Cold War? For like 5 minutes when I made a quick video on it. Oh my god, who keeps texting? I'm not good at Doom. I don't like Doom. I mean, I own it. I shouldn't say I don't like Doom. Doom is just not my kind of game. Rage 2, by the same developers, is more my kind of game. Open world. I don't like this verticality bullshit. The game's just like all over the place. With the verticality, I'm always getting lost. Look for this key card, and I'm running around like an idiot for 20 minutes before I find out how to get to the next location. I don't have those issues in any other game that I play. So that's why I don't favor that game. I do have the new Doom on PS4 Pro. It was on sale for like $20 Canadian. So like 15 American. I was like, yeah, let me buy it. Let me check it out. I haven't really been all that hungry to play it. I like the style of game that it is, but the level layouts, it's not my style of game at all. Because of how they make their levels. It's just, like I said, Rage 2 is more my thing. Oh, Borderlands 3 can be a lot of fun. I have that on both console and PC. Much more fun with mouse and keyboard, in my opinion. That can have a lot of replay value because of all the whole mayhem levels. You could play co-op. I don't think in the history of Borderlands have I ever played the game co-op. So that could be fun. Running around semi-open world game again. Well optimized. What up, Madden? No, my name's Phil. How's it going, Lornal? But yeah. Anyways, I do gotta go. It's been well over 2 hours. But yeah, I'm gonna keep thinking about this list. If anybody comes up with any games, you can comment on my channel or Twitter me. And just, you know what I mean? Like, hey, have you ever played this game? Oh, maybe you'd like that game. But I'm not talking about a single player game now. Don't be like, have you ever played, Red Dead Redemption? Mind you, that does have an online aspect to it, but again, I'm not really hungry to play the online version of that game. But anyways, this is a small list here. Like I said, I'll clear my head. I'll probably grab a snack, go for a walk, and I'll think this through. Because moving forward, again, once Cyberpunk becomes a thing of the past and the hype is gone on it, and I've beaten the game and all this, and there's not much else to talk about, I got to think of the next thing. Like, what's next, right? And in between, again, I want to be able to go to one of these games and not go to all of them and kind of stick with it, and that becomes one of my main games. I mean, I do have a Switch, but I mean, Switch isn't as powerful. Like I got the Mario games, I've got Super Smash Bros., I've got Zelda Breath of the Wild. I stream that sometimes, but it's not really a game that's got a lot of lasting power. Get it? 'Cause it's not like an online-ish game. Those are more games that are like good in the moment when they're new and fresh and are first coming out and people are curious about the game. I can't think of any online exclusive Switch games to play. But yeah, I do have a Switch though. But yeah, anyways, I'll think about it. Let me go walk, eat, or eat then walk, so I could burn it off. Think about this list because it's a pretty big deal. And I might post, not like a poll. No, not a poll. I'm going to post a thing actually on this. Yeah, Call of Duty is a good one. I'm just not that good at the game, and it's the least streamer-friendly one. I can't have a lot of talk with people when I play that game. It's got to be like I focus and, hey, how's it going? Headshot, gone. You know what I mean? But it's still a game I'm considering. It doesn't have a lot of a grind. It's not too bad. It's kind of easy to keep up with. Definitely considering it. Right now, my top couple of games that I do like is Division 2, WoW. I mean, yeah, Call of Duty. Maybe Borderlands 3, I don't know. Because Borderlands 3 is more of a, I don't know, it's kind of hard to explain. It's like it can be, does that have PvP? I don't even know. I think it's just a PvE co-op game. Division 2 can be a PvE co-op game. I just don't know between the two games which one would make for a better co-op online streaming game. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm going to post a thread on my channel. And I'm going to say, here are some games I was thinking about. And I'll ask people there so they can reply to it or they can Twitter me. And you can drop down below any type of these games that maybe you can think of that I haven't thought of that I might be into. And yeah, because I do need to figure that out big time. But yeah, I'm getting tired. Thanks for stopping by. I should be around tomorrow, if all goes well, assuming I feel good and all that. Probably around 2 o'clock Eastern time. If I do stream, is when I'll be around. And as to what game I'm going to play, probably some Cyberpunk a little bit. I might more focus on the story, actually progressing through the game instead of just dicking around. We saw what the performance was like. I don't need to do that again. So I'll probably just get rolling through the story, try to beat the game. If I do play that, maybe do a couple of missions. And then after that, who knows, maybe I'll do a little bit of Division, because I'm still working through the campaign. And I'm talking forever. I'll save it for tomorrow. All right, take it easy. And if I post and you get a chance, type in a game that you can suggest that would have some like long-lasting power kind of thing. And we'll go from there. All right, bye for now.